cuties, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Today is Monday, March the 13th, 2023. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. Let's get right into it. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was about a 7. I'm going to give it a 7. Honestly, it was probably a 6, but I'm going to give it a 7 because Liam was so shocked at the end. Let's get into it. We see Thomas and Hope, and he's just thanking her for giving him another chance to work on the line. He promises he won't let her down. She tells him that she sees he's trying to change, and so she's going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But she's super excited to have Douglas wanting to come home, and she asks Thomas how he feels, and he says, of course, he wanted Douglas to be with him, but he's happy that he's with Hope. I said, yeah, because you got to see him a little bit more than with Steffy. Honestly, how long was Douglas with Steffy? A week? A weekend? I don't know, child. That was just the. But anyways, let's move on, child. So then we see Thomas and Hope, and Steffi comes in, and she's like, okay, guys, y'all are together. And so they finally break the news to her that Hope it let him back in. And she was like, oh my gosh. So you said yes. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. And they tell her, like, even Brooke was cautiously optimistic about Thomas. And she said, yeah, their friendship with mom is just life altering. And with Taylor and Brooke's friendship, it really helps. And Thomas said, he's glad that he got to see it, and that Brooke, even if she does, she can never forgive him for the phone call, but that the fact that she's willing to try to trust him, and try to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's trying to change. He's happy about that. And so they ask Hope about everything. Oh, they tell Steffi that Douglas wants to come home, and they like, we already put the phone call in, and there she's like, oh my gosh, so many changes. And they said, well, how did Liam feel about it? And she was honest. She told them, well, I actually didn't tell Liam about it. He believes that I was coming here today to tell y'all no, I wasn't going to work with him. And they said, excuse me, girl, ain't your man gonna be upset about this? And she says he knows how much she loved the line and how much she loves the line. And so he's going to go along with whatever makes her happy. And so she's not really worried about this. And they're like, I don't know about this, Hope. But she's telling them, don't worry about it. I got this. They'll be happy for me. He'll be happy for me because I'm sorry, y'all. Because he knows how much this means to me. So Liam will come around and everything, and they're just like, so you came here. Thomas is like, you came here to tell me no. And she said, yeah, because Liam, he wants to protect our family, and all the mistakes you've made, understandably, he doesn't trust you. She said, and I can't fault him for what I want to protect my line, and he wants to protect our family. And Thomas says he understands. So if Liam decides he doesn't want her working with him when she tells him, he said, let me go, because he doesn't want to cause any friction or fracture in their marriage. So then we go over here with Thomas and Steffi, and he tells her he's truly trying to change, and he thanks her for seeing that and acknowledging that. And he tells her like he really doesn't want anything bad in Hope and Liam's marriage. I said, baby, this is finally you're gonna get the opportunity. I feel like that's what they're leading to. Finally, they're gonna give Thomas and Hope the opportunity to be together as a couple. Because y'all know Hope really don't see that. She don't see Thomas that way, to be quite honest with you. But we'll see, y'all. But anyway, Steffi tells him, it's no problem. She's just happy everything is working out. And he says, what about Dad? She says, we'll worry about that. Reed's just coming back Wednesday. She said, we'll worry about that when he comes back. So then Wyatt is there with Liam, and they're still saying the same thing about how they can't believe they even considered working with Thomas. And Liam is like, well, Hope just felt pressure from Steffi about it. And they said, have you told Dad? And he said, me tell Dad that Thomas is trying to sniff around again? Oh, please. And he said, yeah. He said, but Dad will do something crazy like be his friend. And so, anyways, they were just talking about how Wyatt says he misses Dad calling him knucklehead and all this kind of stuff. And so they're just continuing to talk, and Thomas is just saying he's so relieved that Hope agrees with him and is letting Thomas not come back into their life. and he's just ecstatic about that. But he feels like he should do something for her because the line is going down. So he feels like he should try to help her out in some kind of way. And so that's pretty much it with these two. So then Liam is sitting there working, and Hope comes up to the window and she looks in and she remembers what Liam told her, just being like, every time you let Thomas back into our life, something happens. But you continue to let him back in every single time. And now you're talking about you're going to let him back in again. And that's when she agreed not to. So then when she comes in, Thomas is, Liam is just like, hey, Hope. And she tells him, you know, that she's sorry she didn't call, but he understood because he even told Wyatt, she's busy at work. It's a lot going on. But no, that's not what she didn't call. She didn't want to have to deal with what she had to say. So she tells him, because he says, and I know you got a lot going on with like the whole everything with Douglas. And she said, speaking of Douglas, he wants to come home. And Liam was like, oh my gosh, that's such good news. Like, he's excited about that. And she said, he was like, how is Thomas going to take that? And she was like, he was actually there. Like, what prompted this? And she said, well, he saw me and Thomas together. He said, oh, Thomas was there? So you already told him about, not wanting to work with him. And she was like, not exactly. He was like, what? How did he take it? And she said, well, actually, Douglas was happy and wanting to come home, and he was happy for us because he saw us working together again. And she said, he was like, what you talking about? She said, I'm going to be working with Thomas again on the Hope for the Future line. He's going to be the lead designer. Now, that's how it went off with Liam just looking like, what? Because of course Hope told him. See, this is the only problem with Hope. When you had decided, I want to do this, you should have said right then and there, before I give you an answer, let me go and talk to Liam again and tell him. And you should have stood in your answer, which is, I want my line, Liam. So you're going to have to work with me working with Thomas. I, I don't know, y'all. Anyway, I don't know what, like, you could tell where this storyline is going. And I'm just like, can we please? I wish it was something different. I want it to be something different. Bring some more people on so that we can see Thomas in a love interest. I don't know. It's just the same actors acting together all of the time. And I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just like they don't have to act together all the time. We can, like, fill them in with some other people. Bring Donna back in to have some type of storyline. I don't know. This is what I like, Bold and the Beautiful, because I mean it's 30 minutes. You can watch a soap for 30 minutes. The only thing is that they show the same people, and now Ridge is coming back. So I guess they're gonna. I hope they don't do the whole storyline about the family. Since he's coming back, I hope they don't do the storyline about Brooke and Taylor's relationship isn't as strong. And I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. I'm just trying to make it to 8 minutes. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.